Good evening and welcome to NCC Sports, a new edition of NCC Sports from home. Something we're not entirely used to, but we're still doing it. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cole Johnson. It's a somber time that we're in with COVID-19 continuing to sweep the globe, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a lot of sports to talk about. We're just now more than 3 weeks from that infamous day on March 12th, the day that sports stopped. So we still have stuff to get to. And in college hoops especially, still a lot going on there. And then for Syracuse basketball, a lot of movement over the last couple of weeks. 4 guys leaving the program, 3 entering the transfer portal, Elijah Hughes entering the NBA draft, and then a huge addition last night is this guy, Alan Griffin. 6'5" guard out of Ossining, New York, will be coming back to his home state after 2 years as a Fighting Illini. Despite small production in his freshman season, Griffin took on a much larger role and helped his team jump up to a 20-plus win season in the Big Ten. Griffin will get the chance to fill up some big shoes after shooting 41% from beyond the arc this past year. And he's looking to make his dad proud. Griffin, a son of former NBA player and now assistant coach with the Toronto Raptors, Adrian Griffin. It's a huge get for Syracuse, but it's going to come with some sacrifice. As I mentioned before, losing 4 players for Coach Boeheim and the crew. One of those guys being Jalen Carey, who entered the transfer portal as well. Carey joined the Orange as a freshman last season, where he had a limited role off the bench, but was impressive in some spots, including his 26-point and 7-rebound game against Connecticut. His growth landed him a spot as the starting point guard entering this season, before losing that to Joe Girard III just 2 games in. Then an injured wrist sidelined him for the rest of the season. Despite leaving though, Carey enjoyed his experience in Orange and hopes he can shine his potential somewhere else.
My time is done there, and there's no hard feelings towards them guys. I feel like them guys, great group of guys. That was probably one of the best group of guys I've played with in my career as a playing basketball. Just sometimes guys feel like they didn't get the opportunity. And that's all. I feel like anybody. That's what anybody wants, just the opportunity to prove what they can do and show what they can do.
Carey says he has yet to make a decision on where he will land next season, despite many offers. But another transfer who does know where they will be playing is Bryson Goodine. The freshman made the announcement just days after Syracuse's final game of the year, and he'll be playing for Coach Cooley and the Providence Friars, one of Syracuse's old Big East rivals, when next season comes around. Goodine only averaged about 8 minutes per game in just 23 appearances this year, averaging less than 2 points per game. The Massachusetts product felt that this was the best option for him moving forward.
Definitely wanted to play at home, but the opportunity presented to me by Coach Cooley was hard to pass up.
Goodine's shining moment in Orange was the game-winning shot in the final seconds to beat Wake Forest on February 8th. And one huge topic that recently transpired was the postponement of the 2020 Summer Olympic Games in Tokyo, and that's going to affect a lot of athletes who have been training for this moment. They're going to have to push back another year, and that includes local swimmer Ashley Twitchell. Twitchell is a Fayetteville Manlius product who has had quite the journey swimming at Duke University. She actually took home gold in the 2011 World Aquatic Championships just before coming up short in the 2012 Olympic trials. But 8 years later, she was set to represent the U.S. in the water, and now she has to plan for next year.
Our trials are just 4 to 6 weeks before the actual game, so not positive if they'll follow suit with that. But yeah, there's a lot of, pieces that go into it, and I feel for the people, trying to figure all that out, because it's definitely not easy. Once those dates come out and those meets are set up is when I'll, sit down and kind of go back to the drawing board and figure out this next year.
That's all we have for you today here for NCC Sports, the home edition. I'm Cole Johnson. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one. Have a good night.